Welcome to the final part of our Masterclass journey. In this lesson, we're going to talk about outcomes. In terms of building your own focused excellence system, the outcome that you'll be interested in is, of course, that of irreversibility. How do you ensure that the changes and improvements you make last forever? The system itself should have much of the irreversibility built into it already. But there is one crucial component that cannot be left out. That component is collaborative leadership. Most businesses still or used to have traditional hierarchical leadership. This style of leadership is characterized in four main ways. The first is top-down decision making. This is where authority primarily resides with the senior leaders at the top of the organization, with minimal input sought or even desired from the people closer to the front line. This has the effect of establishing and reinforcing the belief that leaders are the sole decision makers and problem solvers, with the people who do the work there only to do as they are directed. The second is an emphasis on control. Leaders assert control to ensure adherence to the way they believe things should be done. Goals are directed and obedience expected. The intent of this emphasis is to maintain high levels of performance, but because it doesn't aim to inspire positive motivation, it invariably requires oversight to ensure it. The third is transactional relationships between leaders and the people doing the work. The former usually engages with the latter with a direction on how the work is to be done in exchange for some form of compensation. The focus is on creating motivation through a system of rewards and punishments, or the old carrot and stick approach. There is minimal camaraderie found between hierarchical levels in these organizations, and often each level will group together within themselves, usually alienating those that are given the opportunity to move between them. And finally, the fourth characteristic is a results only focus. Strong emphasis is placed on achieving short to medium term targets. A leader's performance is solely judged upon their ability to deliver these predefined outcomes, regardless of what is discovered along the way. There is also little or no emphasis on how they went about achieving what they did. An alternative style is based on that of collaborative leadership. In contrast to the traditional approach, this is characterized as having collaboration at its heart. Here, leaders prioritize the needs of the people doing the work and then prioritize their own work to ensure they can fulfill them. They freely demonstrate empathy and foster a culture based upon values of trust and respect. In essence, creating an environment where irreversible excellence can take hold. A second characteristic is that it focuses on autonomy and building proficiency. Collaborative leaders empower their followers by encouraging them to take ownership of the outcomes while providing them with all the support, resources, and opportunities needed to develop and succeed. Authority is pushed as far towards the front line as possible and away from the senior levels of the business. Thirdly, decision making is inclusive. Emphasis is on participative decision making. and the views of stakeholders are actively sought, with diverse perspectives being held in high regard. The experience of the group adds to a more informed process of decision making, and often consensus is desired through high levels of communication. Finally, collaborative leadership is a mindset focused on long term prosperity of both the organisation and the people in it. Collaborative leaders strive to foster a culture of continued learning cycles where controlled risk taking is the norm. Strategic decisions are made based upon the desire for permanent sustainability of the organisation and its ability to fulfil the rationale for why it exists in the world. Equally, adaptability and agility are prioritised to ensure resilience in the face of change. If you look at the way we draw hierarchies in our culture, we always draw it with the boss at the top and the person doing the work at the bottom. We literally visualize one person being higher and perhaps more important than the other. I think it's time to change that, which is why we at Focus Potential advocate visualizing roles and responsibilities of the people in terms of their distance away from the front line. Each line of leadership is responsible for ensuring that every person between them and the customer has everything they need to do their job. Those people are not there to work for that leader. That leader is there to support those people. So there you have it. You're now equipped with a complete blueprint of how to build your own focused excellence system. Stopping the drift back to the old ways of doing things is not only possible, but it's also entirely probable. Our brains and the brains of the people who work in your organization function in perfectly predictable ways, which we can harness to develop the actions and behaviors which fulfill the individual's psychological needs and also the needs of the organization. High performance can be inevitable for both. Irreversible operational excellence, or focused excellence, is not just about the tools and techniques and having routine strategic annual plans. It's also about the people who make up your organization and what makes them tick. We all have an inherent desire to be motivated to perform at our best, and finding something worthwhile to be our best at is what your organization can provide, and so reap the benefits of a mutuality of excellence. I'm sure you already know that leaders are not there just to manage. Leaders are there to lead. And the actions and behaviors which they may need to develop start with their own feelings and emotions and the understanding of why they have developed. To get the best out of your people, you need a collaborative mindset. And the best way to optimize this mindset is to reflect on your own belief systems. Some of the beliefs you have about yourself will be limiting your potential. Just rewriting the code or reflecting on the interpretation of the experience that led to that belief is what it will take to unlock your potential. Focused excellence in your organization is about focusing the potential within you. If you have all the skills and expertise and resources to build your own focused excellence system, then please get in touch and let us know how you get on. We genuinely love to hear about how our ideas and making the world a better place. If you don't, then please also get in touch and let's explore how we can support you. Go to www.focuspotential.uk for more information or send an email to info@focuspotential.uk. We offer diagnostic help, strategy development, coaching services which include full 12-week transformational deployments, and training. Our team of associate specialists have a broad range of industry and functional expertise, so we'll be able to help you regardless of what it is your business does. I hope this masterclass has been of some value to you, and I wish you the best with your journey towards focused excellence.